Alright guys, it's Saturday night. I'm dog sitting again at my parents' house, so I'm at the Pontiac Ranch. There to make a video. I made a video a while back about, or a couple days ago, about some jackholes that went and test drove my car and wrecked it and got arrested for not just reckless driving and vandalism in my car, but other things. They had warrants out for them. So you guys all know about that one. That car's now gone. The guy that came and bought my RXL 650 really liked that car when he came and looked at the sled. I told he originally came out for the sled, and I go, yeah, that car's for sale too. No shit. What do you want for that? And I rattled off a number and stuff, and well, he's been calling about it, bugging me about it, and we've been dicking around. The last couple of days, we've been exchanging text messages and phone calls back and forth about the price of the car. Well, he called after I got done dealing with the cops and those jackholes that drove my car, and I'm like, well, I got bad news, bud. This and this happened, blah, blah, blah. He didn't care. He did not care. So he came out today, did another look over on it, and the price we originally agreed on obviously dropped because of the damage done to the car. But he had a hard on for the car. He took it. Price change of the car, $200. So that car's gone now too. Well, I put a video up saying the car's gone, sold. I ended up and I bought a new Sony Handycam today. I wasn't pleased with that Boggle, or where the hell it was called. I wasn't pleased with that. There's an interesting story with that too. But went out and bought another Sony Handycam. It's a DCR SX65. And this is what I'm viewing. I'm videotaping this video with right now. It's the first run of this camera too. Well, that Grand Prix's been sitting for so long, anytime I wanted to drive it, I just pull a battery out of one of my other cars, because I bought a battery for it in 2000. I think it was the spring of 2008. And it was the summer of 2008. I just totally couldn't drive in the car because gas is so expensive. And money's really tight with my spot I was in life at that time, so I just parked the car. Well, the worst thing for a battery is to let it sit. That battery lasted about 2 years and went to hell. So anytime I wanted to drive this Grand Prix, I'd just throw a battery in it, pull a plate off a different car. It's got current tabs, and went out for a cruise and just behaved myself. And I don't know how it is in other people's states. State of Minnesota, swapping plates is a felony charge, so I don't recommend doing it. But at that point in time, I was in a different state of mind. I didn't care. But anyways, the Green Hornet, the battery was getting kind of weak in that car. And the guy that's interested in the car, he's going to store it during the wintertime and all that stuff. So I'm like, well, hell, I'll just take the battery out of the Green Hornet, throw it in the Grand Prix, and I'll go buy a new battery for the Green Hornet, because I plan on keeping that car for a while. I went to go take that battery out, and I found out how those side terminals work on a battery. All it is a regular steel nut that has lead injected around it. Well, I've never replaced the battery in the Green Hornet. I've never replaced the battery once in it. I've had it for over 3 years now. Never monkeyed with that battery. Well, whoever installed that battery for it must have cranked the crap out of those terminals. That nut actually started turning in the lead, so it destroyed the battery. So I'm sitting here going, shit. What the fuck am I going to do now? I need a battery for that Grand Prix, and the guy's going to be over in like 15-20 minutes. The only other battery I had, side post terminal battery I have, was in that 2001 Grand Am that I made a video of the other day. Fuck. So anyways, I put that battery in there. Guy went and test drove it. Frickin' fell in love with the car. Didn't dick me around with the money originally agreed on. Paid me for it. Off he went. No problem. Good deal. Happy camper. Except for I'm stuck buying 2 brand new batteries. Because the one that was in the Grand Am went off with the car, and the other Grand Am battery got destroyed with me taking it out. Well, I don't plan on keeping that 01. I really don't, The more I think about it, I think I'm just going to kick it down the road. Matter of fact, the guy that came out here for the Grand Prix wants that gold car too. I did not pay much for that gold car, and he's offered me 2 times the amount I paid for it. I don't know if the guy's nuts, just has too much money, he has too much freaking money, blah blah. I don't know. He wants that car too, so he might be coming back for that car later this week. I guess if he wants it, he can have it. You know, but whatever. Well, anyways, I just went to Walmart, and you know, it's by the time I got around to go getting batteries, it's 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I like interstate batteries or AC Delco batteries. That's what I prefer to put in cars. I'm like, screw it, you know, that green car's got 360,000 miles on it. I don't know how long it's gonna last. That orange car, I'm probably just gonna sell it because I got offered way more than I paid for it, and then there's the damage, the insurance check from the car getting backed into. I mean, I'm way ahead on it, and if this guy wants to give me double for it, you can have it. But anyways, I'm walking through Walmart, and that's where I got that Sony Boggle. And I found out that if you hold it upright, you know, like most people hold it, you know, like you hold like a flip camera. The video of me driving the Grand Am, that's why it was just a little thin sliver. Like Ed Garage said, it looked like he's looking through a keyhole. You tip the camera sideways, then you get a full picture. And for $200, you can go buy one of those flip cameras for $74. Same options, blah blah, except for they're a little bit thicker. They're not as long and they're a little bit thicker because they don't fit my hand really well. But I decided, you know, after looking at the video and stuff like that, and I look at what I paid for it, I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'll go buy a flip. Yeah, it's a little thicker, it's a little smaller. Big deal. Well, I was at Walmart with a friend of mine. We were getting the batteries, and I just happened to go walking by the camera because the camera I'm looking at, you guys are viewing me on right now. I just bought it at Best Buy, and I'm looking at cameras there. I'm looking at you know, real tripod because it's still sitting on my little itty bitty little tripod. I mean, 500 seen it. Scott, Susan, Matt, MBRY. Those guys have seen my itty bitty little baby tripod. Matter of fact, Zippo Vargas got the same tripod as I do. But anyways, I was looking at them, and my friend I was with, she's like, "Hey, didn't you have one of these?" And I go, "Oh yeah, so what?" "Well, this one says open box item, $80. Huh? They sell for $160, but with you put a protection plan on, which I will show you why I actually spend the extra $20 to do it in here in a little bit. But she's like, "Yeah, they got marked at $80, open box item." A flip camera is $74, and the Sony is just a little bit nicer, but not for an extra $100 and some. It ain't that nice. So here's that Sony camera that I was using. I used on a couple videos. $80, yeah, I can see doing that. $200 after getting it and using it for a couple days like that? No, not so good. But if you're doing a video and you hold the camera this way, that's when you get the little sliver effect. Like in that 01 Grand Am video, I think it's first long drive or whatever. That's where you get the sliver effect. You gotta hold the camera like this to get a full screen. $80, a little bit more than the flip. And to me, it's not really a bad camera, just there's certain things you gotta do with it. And for the $200, you know, after putting the warranty stuff on it, paying taxes on it, it's $200 and I think it was like a $206 camera. It ain't worth $206, guys. So I bought it back for $80. Don't recommend doing that. That was just a coinky dink. I mean, I saw it there and was like, shit. You know? And like for that price, because I was gonna go buy a flip too. I went to Best Buy to get them. They're all sold out. I don't want the ones where you got to put batteries in them. I want the internal battery. But this is my old camera. This is one that took a crap on it. And as you can see, all you see is a little line right here. So you're trying to videotape something and you're standing behind the camera, it doesn't work too well because you can't see what the hell you're taping. But you stand in front of it, And there you go. It works. Cool. Interesting. But yeah. It's going to cost me about 50 bucks to fix this camera. It was a $300 camera. 50 bucks I don't think is too bad, but still. I could have spent 20 bucks. And the way Walmart works, if they take a shit, you just give them to them, they give you a new one. They don't have the exact model, they give you one that's comparable to what you have. So I could have got the same camera that I got right now, that's, yeah, this one right here. Could have got the same one, just a newer version of it. And the only difference between the two is, well, other than the memory I said, and then this one's a 60 time zoom, my new one's a 70. But yeah, I'll show you what I mean by, see it fades out? Okay, now I can see myself in it. Yeah, spend extra money, guys. Don't learn the hard way like me. But I figured for shits and giggles I'll make another video. If you guys aren't tired of them yet, I mean, I've put out more this week than I usually put out in a month. And then I gotta try this camera out too, so you get to watch me slug down a Budweiser. And yeah, MBYR 31. No Old English this night. I had 2 of those last night, and probably 5 or 6 beers after that. It was a rough morning. 1 OE with a bunch of beers, okay. 2 of them with a bunch of beers, not okay. No good. Congrats on winning Lunatic's Blue Cup, by the way, too, Matt. Way to go, buddy. But yeah, figured I'd give my new camera test out and tell you that I didn't lose too much on that car. Got rid of it. Would have been nice to get the extra couple $100 that he went down on it because of the transmission and the brakes things, but well, actually it's transmission because I gave him all the parts. I have parts all over the place for that style of car. So I gave him a wheel cylinder, set of shoes I had sitting around, and a set of drums. So he wasn't worried about that. Transmission kind of worried him a little bit, but I don't know. The guy had a hard on about the car and he likes it. He just sent me a text like 5 minutes ago. Well, it's longer than that because I've probably been on this video longer than that, but we'll say 15 minutes ago. He sent me a text. Loving the car, dude. This thing's freaking awesome. Blah, blah. I'm tinting the windows as we speak. It's like, okay, dude. Told him, he lives out in Wright County. I told him stay the hell out of Sherburne County because that car is marked. I've driven it a couple times in the last day or so, and man, the cops, because it was a felony stop. So once the cop got the kid's driver's license, ran them, found out they're felons, or that felony warrants on them, they get every cop they could possibly get out on that spot. I show up to go pick my car up, there's 5 squad cars out there. Couple counties, 1 city, and state patrol. I'm like, that car's marked, they'll look at you funny. But I don't know. Got rid of it. Time for a new one. Still looking for an 82, 83. But I'll find it one of these days. But yeah, I wouldn't have made this video, but I bought a new toy. Give it a try. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later.